else would you rather be than right here, right now?
We're back, baby. Back in all of our glory. It's Madmen Sports.
We're ready.
We have the man, the myth, Diamond Dave.
Yo.
Former best man at a wedding we were just at.
Who got married?
This guy.
Are you already divorced?
No, I'm just not wearing the ring.
Where is it? Where did you lose it?
Come again. Where'd you get it?
So about 15 minutes ago, I took it off for washing my hands.
Yeah, you gotta wash your hands.
I've realized. I'm
You
new
also
to
have to go
rings.
to the bathroom.
Don't wear a lot of jewelry. Obviously, I don't like when water gets in between me and the gold, and then it kind of sits there and doesn't dry. So I took it off to wash my hands.
You're just a big forgetter, and that's fine. Listen,
Chill.
you've been married for what, 4 days now. 4 days.
I'm gonna go grab it real quick. I'm getting nervous. You guys start that up.
All right. So, David, what's going on? I hear you did something today. What did you do today?
I spent a lot of time. I was at Bills practice today.
You were at Bills practice. Let's talk about that because we're about 10 days away.
7,000 other fans.
Was it about 7,000?
We did 7,000.
Was it loud?
Yeah, at one point, Josh Allen had to tell the DJ or whatever it was to quiet down.
DJ Milk? Was it DJ Milk?
I met DJ Milk today.
Oh, God. DJ Milk. I love DJ Milk. One of my favorite, outer Bills personalities. Actually, he sucks.
Yeah, I don't have any feelings for DJ Milk.
So how'd they look? You went through the whole practice. I'm assuming that they did individual drills, they did position drills, things like that.
Well, the biggest takeaway I took was when the players come out, you get standing ovations from people, from the kids at the tunnel.
Sure.
The ones that are willing to celebrate.
Yeah.
And Allen did not get the loudest standing ovation, actually. I was kind of surprised.
Really? Who did?
Even though he got his Buffalo Wild Wings promotion that he's doing.
Which, get your money, man. I don't care what
Yeah,
you
who
eat.
gives a shit?
Dude, as long as you bring us a Super Bowl, you can eat ranch for all I care. I don't know what that was. Keep going.
Stephon Diggs got the biggest celebration.
Really?
People were crazy to see Stephon Diggs.
And that's interesting. You would think, this is probably their third open practice. I assume that people that are going went to at least one of the other two. I thought that was a ghost for a second.
Might be.
That was terrifying. Oh, God. But apparently, Stephon Diggs, biggest standing ovation. Show off the ring. Let's see if I could do something. Hold on. Oh, fuck yeah. Look at that. Show it off, buddy.
Super loose on me already.
Diamond Dave actually gave a best man speech the other day.
Top 5.
All right. Yeah, so...
Are you zooming in?
Yeah, I tried. I don't know how that works.
We'll figure out if it worked.
Yeah,
But,
Stephon Diggs got the biggest standing ovation. People were excited to see him. I don't know if he was at the other practices or participated in the other practices.
How'd the defense look?
Well, as concerning as this might be, or not at all, they didn't look that good because the offense just looked that damn good. Singletary looked explosive. He does not look like the player he was last year. And I texted Zach actually. Sorry, Jake. I texted Zach halfway through the practice.
It's not like we're in a group chat or anything.
And Reggie Gilliam actually was getting a lot of first-team tight end positions, and Coach McDermott was talking to him a lot. I think he might be kind of a guy that we keep an eye on this year.
Which, great segue. We're not quite there yet, but I want to talk about Jacob Hollister.
That's what a segue is.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to talk about it more.
We can go back
But-
to some training camp notes.
I think my biggest cut, or my surprise cut, is Hollister, Jacob Hollister.
Because the namesake?
Yes. Shout out to all the Jakes out there. No, but he played very well, especially with the questions that we have surrounding Dawson Knox. His ability to catch the football consistently has always been an up in the air. Great player, can make these acrobatic catches, but when he gets the easy, lofted up ones, wide open, those are the ones he's dropping. And obviously, you can't drop any balls in the NFL, but I think that Jacob Hollister showed a lot during the preseason, and I think that he was well liked. But Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane said that they wanted to go heavy on the defensive line, and unfortunately, he was just one of the casualties. I think that he'll get picked up. Or did he clear waivers? I don't know.
He is a veteran exemption,
Oh,
so he does not touch waivers. One player from the Buffalo Bills did hit waivers. Do you remember who that is?
McLeod?
Yes, the safety McLeod. He did get picked up by the Cincinnati Bengals. He will be on their roster, the 53-man roster. That's a pretty dignified, honor to be cut by a team and then have them, from the Bills' perspective, to have one of the guys you cut because you're so
Awesome.
lucky with talent. So you cut a guy, And then he ends up ending up on a team's 53-man roster, which means Nick McLeod had to have shown something.
Yeah, and it just
Also,
also
it's just funny because I barely heard of him.
He had the interception against Andy Dalton in the Bears game.
true. And then they were like, "Wow, we miss Andy Dalton." No, I'm just kidding. I don't know how that
played
works.
for us.
Yeah. It just goes to show how deep and how talented this roster is, even on the back half. That, like we were talking about, those back half guys who do get cut are getting picked up. I don't think you saw much of that 5-10 years ago.
No, certainly not. And you know what? I'll give that out to the Bills because they were able, you look at the stats. Listen, there's only 32 teams, 31 if you count yours. So there's 31 other teams. And you're looking around, and people are already cutting down to their 53-man. If you cut a guy, chances are he's probably going to make it through waivers. You know what I'm saying?
For the most part, yeah, especially because
The odds aren't in favor.
every team's cutting at least 30 players.
Yeah, every team's cutting anywhere between 23 to 30 players. So you're getting that trickle down effect to where people are just going to seep through the cracks.
Yeah.
Slip through the cracks.
So like Jake Fromm, the guy, Davis Webb,
they landed on the practice squad. We got pretty much everyone but
Antonio
McLeod
Williams.
ended up on the practice squad.
You have a good story about Antonio Williams today.
Lay it down, man.
So around halfway through the practice, I saw on the site I go to,
What
Antonio
site?
Williams.
MadmenSports.com?
Yep.
Antonio Williams signed with the practice squad. It's funny because a minute later, I see him come onto the field in street clothes. It's Devin Singletary, the whole running back team, Tawan Jones, Breida, they all ran up to him, gave him a hug, and lifted him up in the air. So he's obviously very well liked among the Bills. And obviously, Jake Fromm and Davis Webb were there. I can't pick them out of a line at all. I don't know who they were. I saw they were there, and no one went crazy for them. But they were crazy for Antonio Williams, which was cool to see.
I would go crazy over Davis Webb. I feel like the Bills.
You're a big fan of Davis Webb.
I feel like we owe him a lot. Respectfully, I feel like we owe him
He's
a lot.
entitled to shit. You don't owe him anything.
Well, he's the one that organized those practices last spring.
2020.
Yeah, which really, I feel like, molded the Buffalo Bills into their 2020 kind of run there.
I would be shocked if those two end the season on the practice squad. Someone's going to pick one of those guys up at some point.
Let's talk about this. Bills are only keeping 2 active quarterbacks on the roster.
Which is quite typical.
True. They didn't last year. Jake Fromm was active, but he was that
He was on the COVID.
He was on that.
third.
They had an
He
extra
was
spot
tucked
for that.
away like
The designated
ugly
survivor.
stepsister.
Is that what it's called? Designated survivor.
That's Kiefer Sutherland's show.
Good show.
It's a real thing that real people do.
Let's hope not.
No, it is.
Yeah, no, I just hope they don't have to use it. We'd be in a pretty shit
Well,
spot.
goodness, yes.
So yeah, I mean,
any worse off? No.
we probably have the best quarterback, at least depth chart that we've had since at least Doug Flutie was on the team.
We have the best quarterback depth chart in the NFL, hands down.
Well, I just meant Bill's history, but yeah, even so,
I mean, hands down in the league right now. Tell me a better 1-2 punch at quarterback.
the 2 top quarterbacks in the AFC are both on the Buffalo Bills.
Well, if you go off preseason stats, they
Well,
damn well
if
may
you
as
ask
be.
Tony Romo, Zach Wilson's the next fucking Patrick Mahomes.
I want to fist fight Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson, if you ever come across this clip, I'll fist fight you.
He's like
I don't mean violence. You don't deserve
he
what
looks
you
like
have.
he looks like a 16-year-old boy.
His mom's good looking.
His mom's crazy.
Give me that.
Give me that. I want to eat the whole thing.
So listen,
Easy.
I want to look at this as a whole. So we talk about the Bills quarterbacks. I was talking with a friend. You guys know him.
friend of a friend.
You guys know him as Tony. I was talking. We had lunch the other day on Monday, and we were talking. I feel like the Bills, player for player, are not. I'm gonna sit here and knock on the wood. Injury proof.
See,
Allen goes down. I believe in Mitch.
okay.
Singletary goes down. I believe in Moss. Wide receivers, what are we talking about? Left tackle, I feel like with Spencer Brown kind of getting that, opportunity with Deion Dawkins having COVID, I feel like our left tackle is pretty solid. More solid than they would be a year ago.
Imagine having to sign Bobby Hart off the practice squad, though.
Yeah, I could imagine that. He was on the team no less than 24 hours ago, so I can imagine
Shouldn't
that.
have been.
No, I agree. But I feel like the Bills are borderline, maybe not at corner. I feel like corner is someplace where we all agree that we kind of lack something there. We don't know, so maybe it's speed, maybe it's coverage. We don't exactly know what. I'd say speed, but we're lacking it. And that's something maybe we could look into.
I'd say safety. I feel good enough in our
Serene
corners,
Neal.
but if Hyde or Poyer go
He's
down,
played safety before.
those guys are criminally underrated.
But I like
the
Hamlin.
entire league.
Jaquan Johnson.
I like Hamlin.
But they're not their level yet. Johnson was out there today in the starter role because Hyde is out. But Johnson was wearing a red no contact jersey.
Yeah, I believe in Hamlin. I think he's a sneaker pick, and I feel like he is going to be the future after one of those guys bounce.
Wild Goose. Wild Goose gets signed.
I believe he's a practice squad.
Practice squad, yep. Cam Lewis from Buffalo. University of Buffalo, excuse me.
Duke Williams is finally gone. We don't have to talk about him anymore.
Let's talk about Daryl Johnson. You guys upset?
I'm happy.
You are. I know he was your favorite player.
I'm happy that we got something for someone. We
could probably get a couple firsts for Josh Allen if you really want it.
I'll even go a step further. I'm happy he landed in a place where I feel like he can have success.
Yeah, I just hate to see him go.
Good on, who's that? James Morgan? Dean Morgan? Not Dean Morgan. He's the Walking Dead guy.
Dan Morgan.
Dan Morgan, excuse me.
You got to watch Walking Dead.
It's been a couple years for me.
Tanner
since
Johnson.
season 1. But since Dan Morgan was able to put that trade together because he is back into the player personnel role for the Panthers. So we were able to pull off that trade one more time. So we got the Daryl Johnson, and I know you love him, but I feel like getting value for a guy and then also letting him succeed, that's good for Bam Johnson there.
Yeah, especially since we have the emergence of so many young defensive linemen.
Rousseau's, they're saying, is ahead of his time right now.
Bills of yesterday passed.
Yeah, I mean, Hughes was out today, and the number one defensive end pairing was Addison and Rousseau.
I'll take it.
I'll take that all day. Listen, and then you have the depth of your first pick, second rounder last year of AJ Epinesa. And then we have
Basham, Boogie,
Basham,
who's going to be
has to develop
who I think will be the best defensive end on this team in 2 years.
I honestly thought that. I think Rousseau has leaped my expectations to the point where I think he takes the lead there.
Even AJ's giving people a run for their money.
Absolutely. And then we know F.A. Obata. We know that he's good. And
Shout out
we
to
know
F.A.
he's a Swiss Army knife in terms of defensive lineman. So we'll be able to see him in many different forms. And we got Starback. I think we're very good. Justin Zimmer made the team. Harrison Phillips made the team.
I don't think I recognize Star today, actually.
The big man with a big beard.
I don't know if he practiced.
I don't even think I looked for him.
That's all right.
I don't believe he practiced today.
Oh, actually, I don't know if it was on your Twitter or not, but Greg Rousseau actually knocked Josh Allen to the ground today, and it started a little scuffle, a quick scuffle.
Good. Fight. Let's see the first rounders fight.
Give me an Andre Johnson
I'm taller than
I think it was more of a Josh Allen ran out of bounds. Rousseau pushed him to the ground,
Cortland Finnegan.
and the entire offensive
Great
line
fight.
got in Rousseau's face, but it looked like they were all laughing on the jumbotron.
You have to do it. If you're an offensive
I think
lineman,
I think it was more of a joke. Like,
Hey,
come on now.
Dave, who is our starting 5 offensive lineman?
well, Dawkins, Feliciano, who was out with a little bit with an injury, Morse, Daryl Williams, and actually Spencer Brown. So who am I forgetting that wasn't out there?
That was our 5. Those are 5.
Spencer
No,
Brown.
who's the one that normally starts?
Daryl Williams? You said
Cody
Daryl
Ford.
Williams. Cody
Ford. Cody
right.
Ford was not.
R.I.P.
Spencer Brown was out there,
Rest in
and
piss.
it's funny because Capaccio, Thad Brown, Zach's boy Matt Perino, they were all there. We were sitting right next to them, and they had their eyes locked on the offensive line the entire time.
What else would you need to know? We know Josh Allen's good. We know the defense is good. We need to make sure we're protecting our Josh Allen.
That's the most important thing. I was watching some highlights of last year today. Still, Josh was running around a little more than he probably needed to.
I think about the Kansas City game.
Yeah.
He was uncomposed.
Yeah, and I used to be a big fan of don't run around, but I don't care anymore. He knows what he's doing.
wins.
Make plays.
He's really good at it.
Yeah, what else can you do? Just win, baby, win.
Yeah. Nice watch, by the way.
Are you showing me that on purpose?
No, I don't want to accidentally mess with this.
Oh,
But nice watch, by the way.
thank you.
Show the people.
Are you guys surprised by any cuts besides Jacob Hollister? We talked about him a little bit.
That's a good question.
Jacob Hollister at the time surprised me. At the other time, it's just like I'm not exaggerating. Gilliam, they really did use him a lot today.
I believe you.
Hollister really isn't that big of a shock to me. I guess
Maybe Mike Love.
I'm more
He was
shocked.
the odd man out in a number.
I'm more shocked at people that made the team than I am that people didn't make the team. I am surprised Breida made the team.
Reed Ferguson.
I love that. And you know what? Hate on me in the comments, but I love the idea of not having a long snapper take off.
Well, he's signed.
I know,
He's back.
but I love the idea of not having a roster
When I
spot
s-
for a long snapper.
When I saw that, I saw people's reaction, obviously not knowing the little rigmarole that goes along with that. You were like, "Oh my God, Reed Ferguson!"
I guess I don't understand what the point is because
So you save up. a
no,
roster
they put
spot.
Stevenson on IR today. Why didn't they just do it yesterday?
So that he counts as a roster spot, so that he doesn't.
So he
get
can come
subjected
back in
to
6
waivers.
weeks?
Yeah.
He can. He has the ability to, in case someone else gets hurt.
It's a little rigmarole.
So, yeah, I was surprised Breida made the team. Isn't there a linebacker?
I love Matt Breida. I think he's going to be huge.
Cut?
There's a linebacker that got cut that everyone thought he'd make the team. Gene Giles or something.
Oh, Joe Giles Harris.
He apparently had a good camp. Surprised he didn't make the team, but
Markel
at the same
Lee?
time, they're backup linebackers.
They're all the same to me.
Are we super safe at linebacker? Is that something that
usually-
we could afford going a little lighter?
We still have AJ Klein. We still have
From what they're saying, Andre Davis was the best linebacker in entire camp, even better than
and
Edmonds.
then Tyler Mandikevich. So we have
Mandikevich,
linebackers.
yeah, that's
We have
true.
We have linebackers.
AJ Klein still on the team?
Yep.
Yeah, he
was
was with
the
the
player
he
of
was
the
with
week last
he was
year.
with the first team defense a lot today.
He
Shout
had,
out to AJ
he had a
Klein.
great Seahawks game.
Which actually reminds
we
me, I-
bullied him to be good.
We bullied
Actually,
him.
it
into
reminds
being
me. I
good.
don't think I saw Milano out there today either. Hyde had a baby. Wife.
Wait, what?
a medical miracle.
Congratulations.
His wife had a baby. I actually don't think I saw Star or Milano out there. I didn't even think about that until now.
There
They
is
also
support
had
system.
babies.
Emergency contacts.
Battle buddies. Congrats on Micah Hyde pushing out a baby today. On the field.
Medical miracle. Everyone's talking shot this, shot that. Let's focus on the real miracles here.
Micah Hyde giving him Micah. That's a guy's name through and through.
When do we want to do season predictions?
I don't know. We're 10 days away from kickoff. What do you guys
Is
feel?
this a Sunday conversation?
I feel
I
like
don't know, we
the
have
weather
like
today
4
got
more
good.
minutes. So
Well, we got to do the stadium
beautiful day today.
Beautiful day. Beautiful day for a Bills game. We're talking about an open air Bills game, right? So
What's up, buddy?
some had better days at a Bills game than others. But listen,
Couldn't be me.
I think we're talking,
talk. If you know, you know.
So the sources out there, many sources. I trust John
Warrow.
Warrow. I trust Tim Graham and John Warrow when it comes
Not
to
Hannah
stadium
Bueller,
talk.
though.
I trust two people because they've always been on the pulse. John Warrow, Tim Graham. They are well aware and in the know on the situation with the stadium. And the stadium is looking like it's going to be 60,000 fans.
Fucking horrible.
Is it?
Dog shit.
The prices are going to go up.
They
Listen,
sold
they have more than 60,000 season ticket holders.
exact. That was going to be my whole point. Like a year ago, they were boasting we have 58,000 season ticket
I
holders.
got a little pin one year for 60,000
No
season ticket
way
holders.
are they going to allow the entire stadium to be filled with just season ticket holders. So people are going to lose their season tickets.
Yeah, I have a different take on this, but go on.
And then it's going to be open air, which we've been begging for dome, but
Give me a dome.
not
Give me
everyone,
dome.
not everyone can get dome whenever they want. You
Let
know
me
what I'm
get
saying?
dome, please.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a cold weather city, and I don't want to hear about it any otherwise.
okay.
So let's talk about, they're going to cover the seats. It's
Which
kind
is
of going to look
good.
like Miami. Look up Miami's stadium, and that's
So-
kind of going to be the concept. Dave, what's your
People are
take?
comparing this to when the Yankees got a new stadium from Yankees Field. Their seats there were taken down like 30%.
Fuck the Yankees. I'll say
And the reason they did that because everything was in high demand. I'll get to the point you're going to say in a second. Everything was in high demand, so then it's the same thing with Packer Stadium. Tickets are sold out for the next 5-10 years, and maybe that's the goal they have. I think that's dumb because we're not the same market as the New York Yankees. Then it's stupid to compare it that way. But I'm bringing that up because there is a reporter. I think that I'm not going to quote him, but he is on Channel 7 News, and he's the one that compared it to that, which is the reason behind this. If they don't get a roof around the whole stadium, there's no way we're getting a Super Bowl. And isn't that the point here? Aren't we trying to get a Super Bowl eventually?
Yeah, what's the point of having a whole new
I
stadium?
don't think they're going to
if it's going to alienate way more people by having less seats. You talk about that's the norm nowadays, but you talk about Buffalo, a city. How do I want to put this? Buffalo Bills football means a lot to the city of Buffalo. In inhibiting more people from seeing them live is going to have a direct impact on the Bills and the city of Buffalo combined. I mean,
Listen, let me chime in.
I don't
want
wanna-
to take. This is a classic supply and demand. Listen, the Bills.
we already have enough demand.
Western New York, very small market. Let's be honest. Very small market. Probably the smallest market in the area. Maybe Cincinnati's close, but TV-wise, Cincinnati's bigger. So let's go smallest market in the league. We're also looking at a lot of season ticket holders. Now, is that going to hold up, or would you like it harder and more exclusive to go to Bills games? Anyone could be a season ticket holder now.
I don't. Why would you want that?
You don't, but you're not building a stadium.
When you're talking a small market, I think even in larger markets, there's still more interest, and you're still having more people want to go to the Bills games, which sure, if you're talking legitimate ratings, you're considered a small market, but the Bills aren't considered small market in Buffalo.
Jake, let me ask you a question. So we're in the first row of the 300s at the 40-yard line. Great seats.
I would say we were very lucky. We were too lucky to have those seats.
On the Bills side, we see it all. We have great seats. We're camera level, perfect seats. How much would you pay for those seats? Like in a new stadium, same seats, amenities, you're covered.
Probably $500 more than I'm paying right now. I'm already paying a lot of money.
That's not. You're right. But that's not realistic.
You're saying more?
People won't do that. No, I'm saying that's going to happen. You're going to spend probably $200 more on your tickets. You shouldn't have to do that. Tickets are already ridiculously expensive.
On average,
Full transparency.
So they're treating
$1,300.
They're treating us like we're a big city.
2017, the average ticket price was $68. Just 3 or 4 years later, the average ticket costs $102. Ticket prices are already going sky high, and that's just off the success of the Bills. You talk about the hopeful continued success of the Bills, then you talk about new stadium. We're going to be looking at $150 a ticket, easy, for a still open air stadium, not downtown.
Yeah,
right across the street.
150 average, or 150
is not that bad.
I'm talking average.
Because we're at 130. So
I'm talking about average.
Another option to explore here.
Another $50 on ours, $200 a ticket.
I'm not a fan of getting a new stadium. I'm okay with the one we have.
I think we need a new stadium. I think everything that we're doing, everything that's being talked about, is the complete opposite from what I want.
They want half a roof. Why don't they just add to the stadium we have?
Well,
I don't think the infrastructure supports it.
Save $1 billion.
Well, here's my take.
Sell the Bills.
We're not getting a new. We're not getting a new stadium if they're not going to be able to make money off the new stadium. Simple as that.
Then get a dome. Make money all year round.
Would you pay $1,000 more if there was a dome?
Yes.
So you're talking about even if your seat's covered, the difference for you is a dome.
Yeah.
Why?
Because of air conditioning.
Yeah, it's never going to be hot, never going to be cold. No, I understand the importance of having a dome in the greater Buffalo area. You're going to have way more events.
100%. You could maybe get a regional NCAA game.
You get that. You even have options for like professional soccer because you'll have a stadium the size that you can fit that and you can accommodate that. You can accommodate a lot of things with a full-size NFL dome.
We have the arena for that.
Yeah, but I don't think that's big enough for a full soccer field.
It isn't. Well, what are your two biggest hangups, Jake, on the stadium ideas?
I really want it downtown. I really want a dome. That's it.
Dave, what are your two biggest hangups?
Well, my biggest thing is I don't like dome football. I think football should be played outside. So my biggest hang up is I just don't feel like we need a new stadium. We may have them just old school in that.
We need
fair enough. So okay, that's good to hear, guys. We'll be back on when can we commit?
It's a holiday weekend.
Sunday. I can do Sunday.
I say Sunday. Sunday.
Well, you'll see it Monday, but we'll record it Sunday.
You'll see this Monday night.
Not this one. You'll see this one tomorrow.
No, you'll see our next show will be out Monday night, Tuesday morning.
We'll have predictions and then game preview next week, which is exciting.
We'll do Tuesday morning.
No, Monday. We'd record Sunday night. Monday.
We'll record Monday. Let's just know our limits there. We'll record Monday. That way we can commit to it Monday at the latest.
And we're gonna do predictions.
Pump it out.
Just know it'll actually be out
before game week.
We'll do predictions Tuesday because it'll be our last pre-show before we're
previewing
Thursday.
Enjoy
morning.
the show. Leave comments.
Vote and up like and do all the.
Say congrats to Zach on getting hitched. Shout out to Will Smith.